In a previous session, we learned that how to make our grid. Now we're gonna learn how to actually make a panel based on this grid. I draw a line here, and with the use of complex extrude, I make it as a plane. I go to the domain number. I give him a number, for example 14 and 16, and now I have a planning grid. We can create our panel in different ways: two-dimensional or a three-dimensional paneling. In a two-dimensional panel, we can use the default panels, and we also can use the panel which are custom. You can change the setting. You can set your own setting. For example, I can draw a line and I order it to be put into the cells. I can also choose the two-dimensional panel in a variable way. For example, some part of this grid could be in a way and the other parts could be different or changed. For example, I can have a tractor line and then I rotate around it, or I can scale it. And we also are going to learn how to make some default panel for the first part. And on the next level, we're gonna learn how to make a 3D panel. That we will talk about it later. Let's start from the very beginning. The first step is to make a grid of points. Now, with the methods that we learned before, we can create our own grid here. With the help of surface domain number, on the surface that we had before, we actually created some points. Actually, we go to the paneling from grid part for creating panel. I actually select panel to the grid here. After selecting this, I need to select my grid here. I click on one point and then all points are selected. And I confirm with right click or enter. Then it asks me about my base. If I use the commands like array or array polar or extrude along curve, wide array of curves, I mean the commands that do not have the base and they were created based on lines or separated from the lines. We here, instead of clicking on the page, we move on from this part by right clicking. Okay, such an outlook would be appeared for me. There are options here. In the pattern part, I can choose one of the patterns. For example, square form or triangle or other types of states. We're gonna learn how to add new patterns to this part. One of the things that we said is adding new patterns to the available pattern. In this episode, we're gonna learn this. For now, I put it on box and then we see the option. In panel shape part, in panel shape actually, it determines how lines are attached to create the panels. For example, in straight state, the points are directly attached. Maybe these lines are not on the page, as you can see here in this surface. In pool part, the lines are on a page based on the actually curvature of the surface. And ISO part uses the available ISO curves, and based on ISO curves of the page in U and V directions, attaches the points together. And in project, the lines are projected on the page. And the short pass take the shortest path possible. Now here we put it on straight, and then later on we talk about other options. In the next part, we're gonna determine what we need as an output. Add edge actually can create us the line. For example, I put add edge on yes and the other options on no. I press enter and then I take out these lines. It is grouped, I ungrouped it. You see that the lines are created separately. And one line is considered on intersections. And this rectangle has a separate border. I apply the command again. PT panel grid, I select the points. I choose the plane. And now I put it on face border. A difference between add edge and surface border. And let me just ungroup it. As you can see, here the rectangles are separated, you know. So in each border we have two lines. And now let's talk about the other state. Again, PT panel grid and select my points. The add face can create the points as a page. I turn off the add face and add edge, and I select add face, and then I ungroup them, and here, as you can see, it gives me some pages here. Now I delete what I created here. Okay, and again here PT panel, and this time I select add flat face. Actually, this option can create the pages in a flat way for me, and or like I wanted it six-sided, and some flat pages here. Or it could be like, you know, diamond, and the result could be flat faces. As you can see here now. If you pay attention to the flat faces, you can see such things happening. Again, I apply the command. When I put add flat face on yes, the flat face method is activated for me. Here I can say how the flat face should be created, the best form that it can make, and then the fit base point 0, 1, 2, or 3. What these fit point 1, 2, 3 mean for us? It means that if you wanted to take a look at the points that make a diamond or other types, they are going to be named as 1, 2, and 3. And it says on which number should I start making the flat face. As an example, I choose the 0 one. I press enter, and then I take out the pages that is created. I want to take a close look at it. As you can see, the 0 points are considered for me, and then it changes the other points. Maybe we want, for example, such a surface in which we want some distance. I delete them, and now again I apply PD panel. Let's see other types of states in flat method, and now we can turn off the flat face. Last option creates the faces in mesh system. The grid planning on the page, and like this. 98 open mesh. When we are actually, guys, selecting the outcome, it's not necessary to turn one of these on. I can select every one of them that I needed. Like this, I taken out without my pages, and then my lines, and finally the meshes that I needed. So I can make the things that I need at the same time.